Last time on
Side 1, Side B, with Dave and Steve. I bought a Laserdisc copy of this movie, so probably someday as a bonus episode, we'll do Side 1, Side B of this movie. And it'll literally be Side 1, Side B, because Laserdiscs are just movie records. You have to flip them. Yeah, we'll get to do the exact same format.
Nice. And now the conclusion.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Hello and welcome to Side 1, Side B, with Dave and Steve. I'm Steve.
And I'm Dave.
And I'm Pete.
And today, we're going to be doing something different. Today, we will be watching a movie.
This is a follow-up episode.
Yes. I think we promised it in the episode, so.
Yes, we did.
Promises made, promises kept.
You ordered the movie during the episode.
I did.
On Laserdisc.
Yes. That's
Now-
why it works with the format.
Yeah.
Actually, though, I am curious. Do we remember what pseudonym I used for that podcast?
No, because you're using a different one each time at that point.
Oh no, my identity's exposed. It was Pete this whole time, and nobody knew.
I think we called you Pete, regardless of what pseudonym you gave us. So yeah.
Well, let's recap, shall we? Last season, we looked at the Judgment Night soundtrack, music from the motion picture, and it consisted of a alternative rock artist paired with a rapper. Overall, it's a pretty badass soundtrack, and if you want to see what we think of it, you can check out the episode last season about it.
That was the first time we talked about Dinosaur Jr. on the podcast.
Yes.
And now that's our most popular episode. Well, the one where we did a whole Dinosaur Jr. album is now our most popular episode. So if you want to hear us talk about Dinosaur Jr. before Steve had heard an entire album of their material.
Yeah,
that
episode just kind of exploded, and I think it's because what's his name?
Jake.
Yeah, Jake. God, he was really easy to bounce jokes and stuff off with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Pete, what do you think of Dinosaur Jr.?
You know, there are some things I really like from them, but for the most part, I'm not necessarily like a real huge fan. Now, the song on Judgment Night soundtrack with Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Del the Funky Homo Sapien is one of my favorite tracks on that album.
Yeah, that was a highlight for me.
Yeah. I do wish that Jay Mascis wasn't such a douchebag. I think he's a douchebag.
Oh, yeah, I think he is too, or at least he was in the 80s and 90s when he was pissing off his bandmates all the time.
Yes.
I don't know if he is now. Maybe he's mellowed with age. Or maybe his bandmates are just like, hey, we can make a lot of money on a reunion tour. But yeah. But they did write some new material together, so who knows? Maybe that's a good sign. Yeah.
I just had an idea.
Yeah?
Yes. So, who was the primary bandmate that Jay Mascis would fight with?
Lou Barlow, probably.
Lou Barlow.
Yeah.
Yes. What soundtrack did Lou Barlow do almost all the songs for?
Oh, what was it?
Kids.
That's right, yeah.
Maybe we could do an episode on the Kids soundtrack. And then maybe there's a Kids Laserdisc. That would be really awkward to watch.
Yeah. When we did the Dinosaur Jr. album, we did You're Living All Over Me, where the last track is like Lou Barlow's lo-fi tape experiment, which was really cool. And so it would be interesting to see how he did the Kids soundtrack.
Oh, you've never listened to it? Yeah, for the most part, it is kind of a lo-fi indie sort of stuff. And man, I haven't listened for a long time, but there's also, because Folk Implosion was the name of his band, and so officially that's what did the majority of the music on the soundtrack. But there is also a band on there called Deluxe Folk Implosion. And that song was a straight up lo-fi hardcore punk rock song. It was just amazing.
Nice.
Neat. Well, today we're going to be taking a look at a movie that Dave and I have not seen, but it sounds like you have.
I've seen bits and pieces. I've never actually sat and watched the whole thing in one chunk.
Okay.
So it's been one of those movies that's been playing in the background of like a party, or that you've caught the last half on basic cable, or that kind of thing.
Occasional scenes, yeah.
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 Well, let's take a look at the cover here.
All right. We have a very worrisome looking Emilio Estevez. Yeah, Emilio Estevez. Cuban Goody. I can't talk tonight, guys. I'm sorry. Cuba Gooding Jr. and Stephen Dorff. And above them, in kind of a blue silhouette, is a very menacing looking Dennis Leary. Which I've seen enough of the movie that I will tell you that he actually is a convincing bad guy.
Yeah.
But it is also this is during his kind of when he was first becoming popular. So his "I'm an asshole, yo," that song.
Yeah.
And his big tirades on like NyQuil and cigarettes.
Didn't he steal like a lot of his bits from what was his name? Fuck.
Andrew Dice Clay.
No,
I was just saying
the guy that
random
died.
comedian from that time. Oh, Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks, that's it. Yeah, I think he stole a bunch of his bits from Bill Hicks.
I'd be surprised about that one. I mean, I've never heard that before. I mean, maybe it's true, but from what I've seen from Bill Hicks and what I've seen from Dennis Leary, I'd be very surprised if there's any kind of crossover, but maybe.
I think I saw a video on it where they played jokes like back and forth, and maybe it was something that he did like early in his career that he stopped doing, maybe. But
Bill Hicks isn't the same. Doesn't have the same kind of audience that Dennis Leary has.
No. The biggest thing I remember from Bill Hicks is being on acid and getting pulled over by a cop. I'm a fish.
how can the door be ajar?
The biggest thing I remember from Bill Hicks is a joke about Rush Limbaugh getting gangbanged by Ronald Reagan, George Bush, and Barbara Bush.
As long as Babs gets in there.
Yeah.
All right. So the back cover here, the main picture, it looks like Cuba and Emilio are running away from an explosion. And it's got a smaller picture of Dennis Leary holding something out, maybe, I think it's a wad of dollar bills, a lot of cash to a dude. And some girl with a baseball bat, and I don't think I've seen the scene that she's in because I don't recognize her or that picture. And then it has a blurb. Should I read the blurb?
Yes.
Okay. Judgment Night. All it takes is one wrong turn off a jammed Chicago expressway, and what begins as a typical boys' night out turns into the ultimate fight for survival. Yes, I want to move to Uruguay with my great Spanish-speaking skills. Emilio Estevez, Cuba Gooding Jr., Dennis Leary, Stephen Dorff, and Jeremy Piven star in this riveting suspense thriller that pits four young men against two relentless forces: the twisted maids of hostile city streets and the twisted mind of a psychotic killer. While en route to a boxing match, Frank, Mike, John, and Ray, Estevez, Gooding Jr., Dorff, Piven, get more than they bargained for. A wrong turn lands them smack dab in the path of Fallon, played by Dennis Leary, a vicious, wisecracking drug lord. After witnessing Fallon's murder of a disloyal henchman, the four become his unwilling prey in a savage game of cat and mouse as they are stalked mercilessly through the urban jungle. Who will cheat death, and at what cost? It's the ultimate test of strength, courage, loyalty, and friendship as each man struggles to survive the action-packed perils of Judgment Night.
Reminds me of that one time I got drunk in Chicago and my phone died. And I asked a random homeless guy for directions back to my hotel. He gave them to me, and it was really cold out. So I gave him like $20 to get a warm drink, and then just went back to my hotel and passed out.
Aw, good guy, Dave.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a time that I walked to Burger King from Sokol Underground during the winter, and I walked back and saw someone bundled up in a heavy coat and everything. And so I asked this lady if she was homeless and needed anything, and she's like, "No, just waiting for the bus when I go home."
Yeah.
Okay. So
I've been on both sides of that kind of conversation before. It's like, no, I'm just a middle-aged punk who still dresses like this. Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm ready. Now, as a spoiler, I did check it out, and IMDb actually has this rated with a 6.6, which is from what bits I've seen of it, is a lot higher than I expected.
6.6.
Looks like the user ratings on Letterboxd are 3.2, which means a whole bunch of people watched it and said, "Yeah, this is fine." So yeah.
But I will say that last I checked, the new Captain America movie is at 6.1, and it doesn't deserve to be that high. It sucked.
I haven't
I'm
seen
sure it did. I wasn't planning on seeing that one, so yeah.
I haven't cared about Marvel in a while now.
I like Marvel. I want more Marvel, but better than what that shit was.
Womp,
Yeah.
womp.
Womp, womp.
Well, let's take a look at the chapters we have here on side one. So we got 16 chapters.
And what do you get?
We got Boys Night Out, The Beast with Marble Floors, Little Brother, Hassles on the Highway, The Shortcut, The Welcome Wagon.
These are all my porn star names.
He's been shot. Cum shot. Collision course. Fallon's rules. No witnesses. When you try to be quiet. Hey, there you go.
When you try to be quiet.
A hobo from Purdue. That's your. Welcome to the neighborhood. The neighbors are scared. And blood money.
The Neighbors Are Scared is a great porn star name. I know this was 1993 and Jimmy Fallon wasn't a thing yet, but hearing Fallon being referred to as the villain, I'm just picturing Jimmy Fallon like looking at the camera and laughing the whole time.
Oh God. Well, all right. I'm ready to go. Let's watch this movie.
Yeah.
Actually, we should have this discussion on here. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back from side A of Judgment Night, the movie.
That was kind of a like the scene made sense where they let it off, but then that it kind of immediately went to them like walking by and then burn.
Yeah, that was kind of abrupt. So, I guess let's talk overall about it.
It's not a great movie, but I'm entertained.
Yeah, there are some upsides. The music score is great. Like, not even just, the soundtrack music. Like, whoever did the scoring did a great job. Like, there have been multiple scenes where it's just been enhanced by the music. Like, for instance, I like the little 808 drums when they're like running away from people.
Well, and then like we even talked about it like at the beginning when they were playing Falling, which was a song that didn't appeal to us as much on the soundtrack. Like in the beginning scene where they're just kind of out in the suburbs, it works perfectly there.
Oh yeah,
it's like a great song in the moment.
It just fits.
Yeah.
I kind of felt the same way when they were like doing something stupid while they were in the traffic jam and Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah.
But the acting is pretty stiff. From pretty much everybody except like the random homeless guys.
The random homeless guys are the best characters in the movie, honestly.
I mean, I think Dennis Leary is doing good.
Yeah, Dennis Leary's doing
good with his character.
He did have a great line.
Yep. Yes. Peter Green, honestly, Peter Green acts the exact same way in every movie I've seen him in.
I don't feel like any of the guys in the group are like friends. It feels more like a bunch of coworkers got together.
Yeah. And that's, and you hear or you read about movies sometimes where, in order to create the feeling of bonding, they spent 2 weeks just getting drunk in New Orleans together.
Yeah.
To get that camaraderie, that natural instinct and timing and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't think they did that with this movie.
No.
It really feels like they're just delivering their lines, and they're not really doing anything to make it believable.
No.
That could be just the director just like shooting it. Okay, good enough, move on. But yeah.
Well, because early on, like when Dennis Leary was first introduced, I felt like it was supposed to be menacing, but I didn't feel like it was menacing. And I think that is a direction thing, because I've seen Dennis Leary in movies that I like. Like, I thought he was really good in The Ref.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but basically, anytime Dennis Leary's been on screen, I kind of just graft Willem Dafoe over him.
We have Willem Dafoe at home. The soundtrack, though, like the soundtrack that's on the record hasn't been as pronounced except for like Fallen at the beginning. Like, it's been more in the background.
Background music, either kind of framing the scene a little bit, or maybe just what other people are listening to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like diegetic background music, like they're going by the house where someone is listening to Booyah Tribe and Faith No More.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and like when they were like first approaching like the apartment buildings, the one song, I forget who it was by, but it almost sounded like there was a rap battle going on in the background. I don't know if that's what they were intending.
Yeah, that was Onyx and Biohazard.
That's it. Yeah.
Judgment Night.
Great song. Yeah.
I thought the use of Slayer during the scene where they get
traffic
into
jam?
Yeah, in this traffic jam when there's a random fight.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good, but like nobody in that scene was threatening. It was just like watching a bunch of office workers like bicker at each other.
You want to go? You want to go?
Yeah. I'll go, motherfucker. I'll go.
The scene where they were establishing that they had a gun, the Chekhov's gun.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of passing it around and randomly pointing it in the direction of other people. That was uncomfortable, like the scene in It's Always Sunny where they're doing that and it's played as a joke. Yeah.
But yeah, I've been keeping some notes here, so some of it we've already talked about, but we can kind of go through scene by scene. We got like Boys Night Out, so that must be the scene where they were introducing with the Fallen song.
Who the characters are, and
and the Beast with Marble Floors is them going through the RV.
Yep.
And it's definitely like, I made the note like, oh, it's Clarence Thomas's RV, because it's one of those big fancy ones. It had like 3 TVs like in the console, and then it had like 1 TV in the back, and it had an NES, and it's like rich guy's RV from the early 90s.
Yeah.
Then we got Little Brother. I assume that's just introducing a character.
Yeah. The least interesting of the characters.
Yeah.
like the whiny cowardly guy is at least interesting as a foil. I'm fully expecting him to die first, but yeah.
Well, he's the first one that just kind of started to bitch out. He's like, "Oh man, come on, don't leave me, but I don't want to keep running." And it's like, well, you're either gonna get away or you're not.
Yeah.
So, I think that's kind of foreshadowing something to come. Hassles on the Highway and then the Shortcut, I think are both, the traffic jam, and then when I was referencing them doing something like stupid during the Sir Mix-a-Lot song, they were like, what are they doing? Like trying to back up?
Yeah, backing up so they can take an off ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just looked needlessly like complicated.
A 16-point turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then the welcome wagon, and we hit somebody. Like during this portion of the movie, like I felt like it was I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like they like hit somebody, and then suddenly it was kind of like haunting around them.
Most people are like, "Hey, we gotta help him," and then of course one guy's like, "I didn't see him, man.
At one point, they tell him to call 911. He's like, "Oh, it doesn't work," and then he drinks a whole bottle of alcohol.
Yeah.
Right after hitting somebody. Next scene, he's been shot. Obviously, the twist is they hit a guy that was shot, and then that's to set up the characters coming.
Yeah.
Because then we got collision course, which was ridiculously funny.
Yeah.
Because this tiny car hits the RV, and
Well,
the RV
it wasn't even a tiny car, but still, it's a fucking
in
RV.
comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, you know, I mean, and I don't even know what RVs weigh, but seriously, I mean, it had to be at least 10 times the weight.
I did think it was funny that they kept calling the guy that got shot the kid, and he was like 30 years old.
Yeah. Then we got Fallon's Rules, and that was the introduction of Dennis Leary.
But what's actually funny, though, is his actual name in the credits is Kid.
Yeah.
Kid doesn't even get a name. Poor guy. Then, of course, No Witnesses is when they blow up the RV, and it was so over the top, but I kind of loved it.
That was the best scene. It just kept exploding.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just like they did like the slow-mo reaction to the kid getting shot, like from each of the 4 characters too.
And then we got When You Try to Be Quiet, and then A Hobo from Purdue, which is when they go into the train cars to try to hide from the guys, and then Dennis Leary just magically knows where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's trying to sound menacing by like walking around and like hitting the things, but I didn't feel tense during that scene at all.
No.
I enjoyed the hobos. The hobos did some good acting.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems like the background characters are like the best part of the movie, oddly enough. And of course, welcome to the neighborhood, and the neighbors are scared, which, you know, they walk into public housing, and of course this whole movie's been like this conservative wet nightmare of what they think a big city is like.
It's like those conservative guys on Twitter who will be like, I'm a combat veteran, but I'm afraid to go to Central Park or go to downtown Chicago. And it's like, okay.
And I'll admit there have been multiple scenes where they like fake you out. Like they're like, oh, he's gonna pull out a gun, and then he just pulls out a beer and laughs at him.
Yeah.
So I think some of that is just making fun of that idea.
Yeah, especially the parts where like Emilio Estevez is telling Stephen Dwarf's cowardly character, like, they're like 10 miles from your house. These are your neighbors.
Jeremy Piven's cowardly character. Stephen Dorff plays his brother.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, Jeremy Piven.
Hothead.
Yeah. And then finally we got Blood Money, which had the best line in the movie so far, is when he tries to pay the kid off. And he's like, it's got blood on it. And then he says...
Oh. Then he says, ever see any money that didn't?
Yeah. Good line.
And then he's like, oh, good point.
Yeah.
Then he takes it.
But, you know, it's, as I was kind of starting to discuss earlier, is a line that good, whenever I hear something like that, I always kind of wonder, is that where this movie began? Because when I was a kid mowing lawns, how I'd pass the time is eventually I'd think of like some like clever concept or a joke or something, and then I'd have to say, well, okay, what kind of situation is going to create an instance where that would happen? And by the time I was done mowing all my lawns, I'd have this whole movie mapped out that I never wrote down, because I don't do that.
This does, that does seem like the seed of the idea that the movie could have come out of.
Yeah, so my judgment of Judgment Night so far is what did it get on the site, like 6 out of 10?
6.6.
Yeah, and
I don't know how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a really good concept. I think I would enjoy it more if like the actors were better directed.
That the characters had chemistry with each other.
Yeah.
That they felt like old friends and not random coworkers.
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't even feel like they have that kind of camaraderie.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty stiff.
Yeah. And then just like the whole conceit is they got off of a random exit out of a road rage incident and witnessed a murder. I feel like there's a better way to put them in this situation than that.
All right, so moving on to side B here. So we got They're Here!
They're here.
The Rooftop Show. So I guess the Beatles are going to show up. Frank on the Fringe. Negotiations. The Stand in the Sewer. Taking Care of Your Own. Scared. Waking Up the Security Guard. Dead Meat. Mike Handles It. Come Out and Get Your Friend. Man to Man. Hand to Hand. Face to Face. Fallon on His Own. And then finally, It's Like a Battlefield. So.
Again, all of my porn star names.
Especially Frank on the Fringe, which now I'm just picturing Frank from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah. So anyway, start blasting.
So,
Okay.
predictions for this next side. I
Um,
don't know if you get to make predictions since you
I've
seen some of this.
sure.
One of them is gonna die, and it's gonna be the annoying, cowardly guy who bitches out easily.
Well, I'm looking at the back here, and the only two characters you see, and I don't know their names because I'm terrible with names.
That is Frank, and I can't remember who Kuba plays.
Yeah, so probably just going to be those two at the end.
Could be. I find it hard to believe they would kill the younger brother character, but hey, maybe they will.
Maybe they will. We'll find out on this next portion of Side 1, Side B.
It might be more narratively interesting if they killed the younger brother, but I just don't see that movie doing this.
We'll see if they take that
Yeah.
risk in what WGN Radio describes as a wildly entertaining thriller. Funny, suspenseful, and exciting.
Okay, now, before we continue on to side B, I just found this. So in the movie, Emilio Estevez, Frank, he has a daughter who's a baby, and we were wondering if she ever continued acting, or whatever happened to her, right?
Yeah.
Because figure out she'd be like 30 years old now.
Yeah.
So written August 30th, 2013, in a 10 out of 10 review, I was Frank's baby in this movie. My name is Carly Doer. I was in this movie. The little baby on the porch, Frank's daughter in the movie. I was wondering if I made a comment if maybe I would be put in the cast. I mean, the kid on swing was, haha. Since I must write a minimum of 10 lines, I might as well give a review. I was 14 when I was finally able to watch this movie due to the violence and it being rated R. My parents finally allowed me to watch the full film, not just the beginning where I'm in it for a good 3 minutes or so, lol. I've watched it so many times and show all of my friends it's such a cool movie and never gets old, not to mention it is funny as hell and it's definitely a nail biter. It's a good movie on rainy days. It's one of those movies you won't want to end.
Well, she's definitely got some attachment to it.
Yeah.
You know, she should sue them like the kid from the Nevermind cover sued Nirvana.
But what for? It's not like...
I don't know, just sue them.
Well, they did not credit her, and she's and all she's really asking is to be credited.
Yeah, she should have been credited. So yeah, for that.
I agree. But I did also just search for her under IMDb, and she has no other credits, so that was apparently it.
All right. Well,
All right.
You know, that's probably one of the first things we noticed in the movie, so good on you, Frank's daughter.
Yeah.
All right, side B.
Side B.
Yeah, hopefully there's not an end screen. And welcome back from side B of a laser disc. What'd you guys think?
Better than side A.
Yeah.
That would be side 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, side 1.
They picked things up. There were some scenes that were actually tense rather than hilariously not tense.
Yeah, I found the characters more believable when they were being threatened than I did with them being like casual friends or anything like that.
Right.
So I imagine that's why they got cast into these roles rather than the camaraderie. Yeah. So yeah, there were some really good scenes in this one. I particularly liked the negotiation on the rooftop, and then the chase through the sewer I thought was pretty good, and the finale was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the weird thing about breaking up a movie like this is you get all the, like boring setting things up stuff at the beginning, which, some action movies do really well. This one, not so much. But then like at the end, you just get the action scenes, which are better directed, better paced, better acted, I think, than all the stuff that was setting it up.
I mean, I think it's probably because being an action movie, that's the primary focus.
Yeah.
Like for the Bechdel test. How do you think this is going to rank? I mean, there's more screen time with the two women who let them into their apartment to use their phone than there was with the main character's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, they were kind of just like linked to it that way. I think, like I said, with action films, that's the whole point of it. But it's, I guess, appreciated when they spend as much time building up to it.
Yeah.
Because then it's just kind of like a Saw movie almost. Here's a bunch of boring stuff. Oh wait, let's watch the kill scene here. All right, let's fast forward to the boring stuff. Let's watch the kill scene.
Yeah, I think the first moment where the tension really worked for me was like pretty early on this half of the movie, which was when Jeremy Piven turned the gun on his friends because he was panicking.
Right.
I legit didn't know what he
Yeah.
was going to do there. So,
Yeah.
yeah, there was actually some tension there.
Yeah, and Emilio talked him down and took the gun, and yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I was kind of disappointed with is the use of the songs from the soundtrack in there, besides like the opening on the first side.
There was a whole lot in the second half.
Yeah,
But you gotta love your 808 drums, so be happy with that.
true. I really like the 808 drums during the chase sequences. They were delightful.
I think I heard 3 seconds of every song on that soundtrack.
Yeah. Like, it was interesting that somebody came up with that concept for this movie to get the rappers and the rockers together, and then it was so sparsely actually used in the movie. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, it just sounds like somebody had a good idea and it just wasn't executed that well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's go through the chapters here. So we got They're Here and the Rooftop Show.
Here.
So I think that's the one where they're running away from the guys on the rooftop, and then they come across this
Ladder,
this,
duct tape ladder thing.
Yeah, this nightmare of a thing that they
a
have to
bridge.
get across. Yeah, and of course it breaks very
Yes.
predictably because it's a ladder being held together by duct tape
And
going over the
plywood.
Rooftop. Yeah, little pieces of plywood.
And typically used by 90-pound kids as opposed to 170-pound adults.
Yeah. And Dave, your prediction came true. The character that we all knew was gonna died right there. In what I think was probably my favorite scene in the movie was him trying to negotiate with the bad guys.
Yeah, especially since it looked like he was going to pull it off for a while.
Yeah, it was actually pretty believable.
It was just kind of peak Jeremy Piven. I mean, that's the kind of stuff he is good at.
Yeah, for sure. I also really liked how Dennis Leary's character was disgusted at him before he threw him over. He's like, "Oh, I hate guys like you."
Yeah.
I really liked that. Yeah, that was the first scene where he seemed legit threatening, and when he was passing the ring to the other guy and the guy was examining, I thought that was good, and I liked the little touch of him throwing it on his body after he killed
He
the
was
guy.
dead.
So,
Yeah. that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're drug dealers. They have money.
Yeah.
Money's not a thing.
It wasn't about the money. It was about
No
Yeah.
witnesses.
no witnesses.
Yep.
I do think it was funny, beforehand when they were going through the apartment, busting down every door like they were ice. Because, I don't think that's how drug lords would operate in that situation. They're not going to just knock down every door in the building. They're just going to go through, make some noise, and make their way to the roof eventually.
Yeah, because I don't think these guys were as powerful as Chicago outfit guys or mafia guys or anything like that.
Well, no, because when they first showed up outside of the apartment building, there was the local gang that all looked like they're between the ages of 12 and 17.
Yeah.
Basically, they knew, you can tell it, that these 4 evil bad guys knew that they weren't getting into that apartment building without the permission of this teenage gang.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody that was really powerful would have just thrown his weight around,
Right.
I thought that was kind of interesting, though, is he was actually a sensible criminal there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. After negotiations, we had the stand in the sewer and then taking care of your own. It's when they're having fun water sliding through the sewers.
Yeah.
There was even a point where the bad guys went wee.
Yeah.
Many people got shot, and the scene where Dennis Leary drowned one of his lackeys, I thought was also really good. Especially how mad he got.
Yeah.
Seemed like he lost his temper, that at first he just wanted to rough him up a little bit and then just kept holding him underwater.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I noticed throughout the course of the film, like Dennis Leary just gets more and more unhinged as it goes on. And yeah, at that point, he just kind of snapped. And
Well, all right. So, assuming that his character is Irish, like Dennis Leary himself is, that's the way we go. It's like you get to a point, and you just get more and more frustrated, and you just get to the point where you can't take it anymore, and you just have to snap.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we got scared, waking up the security guard, dead meat. What were those scenes? Was that when the cop or the security guard came up and pointed the gun at his head?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the dead meat scene would have been after he killed the security guard that was calling the cops. He got on the intercom for the store.
Yeah.
Reference dead meat for sale in aisle 3 or some crap like that.
Yeah.
And then Cuba Gooding Jr. shoots the last henchman, but gets taken out of the fight in the process and spends the rest of the movie bleeding out.
Yep. Yeah, then that's the come out and get your friend chapter. And then, of course, we got man to man, hand to hand, and face to face.
Yeah. So yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr. gets shot in the gut. He lives, but he like spends the whole rest of the movie crawling around, being nearly dead. The younger brother character gets shot in the butt and taken out of action that way. And then it's just down to Emilio and Dennis.
Yes, and they end
Frank
up
and
fighting
Fallon.
in a glass shop, and it was a pretty good fight scene. I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
One thing I do regret, I guess, is that the younger brother was such a hothead. He was a fighter. He was someone that was just always willing to fight, always down to fight. Probably had a lot of experience fighting and everything. I would have liked him to have seen him take on one of the bad guys hand to hand.
Yeah, they just kind of shoved him into a closet. And
Yeah.
Then it was
Shoot you in the ass, take you out, put you in the closet, and don't worry about your character.
Yeah. He was like the least necessary of the four. It almost seemed like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Fallon on his own, and then it's like a battlefield. So, yeah, they shoved Dennis Leary off of a cliff or a ledge.
A very short drop, from the second floor of a mall onto the main floor.
I thought they were gonna fake us out, and he was gonna still be alive. And,
Yeah.
get one last hit in or something.
Well,
no, he was actually dead.
Well, I have a funny feeling that they actually filmed an alternate ending where he did show up at Frank's house, because the whole thing where the cop, hey Frank, here's your wallet. I think you must have dropped it. Well, the wallet was in Fallon's coat, so it wouldn't have been we just found this. This would have been like, hey, we found this in this guy's coat. This is yours, and granted, they probably need for evidence too, but so I think that was a whole thing where he's got his wallet back now, and okay, where's Fallon? He knows the address.
Yeah, I could see that, because that was kind of oddly specific, and it did seem like a like
But then credits.
Yeah. At the end, I thought it was funny how oddly trusting the security guard got after the second security guard was like, "Oh yeah, come out here, it's like a battlefield." And he's just like, "Oh, okay," because he was so ready to like put a bullet in the guy's head.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
And then the cops don't like question him or anything, and they were like helpful to Emilio, and
I do like it that Cuba Gooding Jr. got the bloodlust after killing the guy in the sewer. He got like this weird look on his face and was talking about how easy it was. It looked like he had the weirdest boner from it.
Boner.
As his eyes opened, I'm like, oh yep, this was the birth of a serial killer right here.
Yeah, and then
that's not gonna be his last kill.
And then when the bus is driving away, he shoots at it.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is just a random city bus.
Yeah.
It's just
And the lady's like,
CTA.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Well, and it wasn't his last kill, because he actually he killed 2 guys.
Yeah.
He killed 2 guys, and he also wounded the guy that Dennis Leary drowned.
Oh yeah.
So,
Well, he's got a taste for blood now, so.
so the sequel to Judgment Night is where Frank has to take him out.
Yeah. Yeah, where Fallon shows up, turns out not to be dead and shows up at Frank's house. It's like, gotta help me, I'm being chased by this other guy.
Somebody from Hollywood, give us a call.
Yeah.
We'll get the team back together, even though I heard some bad things about Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his career is rightfully over now.
No, it's actually not. He has a credit from this year.
Oof.
Maybe get his brother Omar. I don't know if he's done anything bad.
Hopefully not. Knock on wood.
So, overall, did you guys enjoy watching this movie?
I had fun. I would not call it a great movie or even a good movie.
Yeah.
But it definitely had its moments.
It was a movie. It exists.
Yeah, there are some scenes I would say if you were on YouTube to look them up, like the rooftop negotiation was pretty good, or the scene where Dennis Leary drowns the guy. But yeah, overall, the soundtrack really did overshine the movie.
Yes.
In a huge way.
Yes.
And then some of my favorite songs from the soundtrack, it'd be like I'd hear like 3 seconds of it and be like, oh, it's Sonic Youth in Cypress Hill, and then
Yeah.
Yep.
gone.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, after the opening scene and then a few other scenes after that, it seemed like they just got lazy with the songs. So
Yeah.
they must have been struggling with ways to insert them into the scenes, but I don't know. I would have made different choices.
It would have been cool to have like just another victim playing after Jeremy Piven's character died and they're running away.
And you know what? Actually, I don't know if that song got played at all in the score. I don't remember hearing it.
I'm not sure I did either.
I don't remember hearing that one. I don't remember hearing Booyah Tribe. It's Faith No More.
I did hear that one briefly.
Okay. Yeah, I knew you mentioned it, but I didn't hear it. But
Yeah, there were moments where it was blink and you'd miss it. Blink your ears, I guess. But
right.
Yeah.
Anybody out there looking for a weird random movie on Laserdisc? I didn't pay very much for this.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it is with Laserdisc. Is nobody cares about Laserdisc, so usually if I want a movie on it, like an old movie, like not a new movie, but I can usually find it for a decent price. So.
I wonder the last movie to be released on Laserdisc was.
I think they still pump them out once in a while,
Huh.
as specialty things. But
What was the last movie released on Laserdisc? Bringing Out the Dead was the last movie released on Laserdisc in North America on October 3rd, 2000. The last movie released on Laserdisc in Japan was Tokyo Raiders on September 21st, 2001.
Wow, I thought they still made them once in a while, like the period where vinyl wasn't as popular as it is now. But
What?
I guess not.
Jaws was the first Laserdisc released in North America in 1978.
Yeah, it is that old. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Wow.
What if we released an album on Laserdisc? Or you put it in a Laserdisc player and it just plays the audio.
Technically, I could put a CD there and it'll play the CD.
Well, actually, they do. Some places will that do like the Leif Cut records.
Yeah.
Will use Laserdiscs as the media. I
Oh,
know,
yeah.
because like when Snake Island did their album, I think it was like the first 15 pressings were on Laserdisc.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't get one of those.
Interesting thing about Laserdisc, they look like giant DVDs, but DVDs are a digital format and Laserdisc are analog. So I don't know what
How?
exactly the difference is.
I don't know how Laserdisc could be analog, but still using laser to collect. I mean, is it literally collecting the image?
I'm not sure. Let's
What the hell,
let's look it up here.
This is the research segment.
Mommy? How do Laserdiscs work?
Well, son. The thing about regret is it's better to regret something that you haven't done. And if you see Dennis Leary tonight, tell him that I said, Satan! Satan! Satan!
Okay, so yes, Laserdisc is a home video format and the first commercial optical disc storage medium. Unlike most optical disc standards, Laserdisc is not fully digital and instead requires the use of analog video signals.
So it's kind of an analog digital hybrid.
Still does not compute.
The Laserdisc, at its most fundamental level, was still recorded as a series of pits and lands, much like CDs, DVDs, and even Blu-ray discs are today. In true digital media, the pits on their edges directly represent ones and zeros of a binary digital information system. On a Laserdisc, the information is encoded as an analog frequency modulation and is contained in the lengths of the spacing of the pits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know what that means, but it's partially analog, I guess. So.
I kind of get that, but that's still.
It's weird.
But yeah, so basically the physical distance between the pits is going to correspond with a certain frequency, and then I suppose that certain frequency is then what actually has the digital communication with the player.
Yeah,
would be my understanding, although I could be wrong.
and at one point I was looking up to see if there was ever like a premium Laserdisc that had like component or HDMI or anything like that, but apparently only composite is compatible with Laserdiscs. Like, there's no upgrading even to like S-Video or anything like that. And so yeah, it looks pretty good on my CRT TV, but I bet you it'd look like absolute garbage on my modern TV.
Probably.
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
We'll definitely need to do more movie episodes, but yeah.
Yes, I already have the heavy metal movie, which me and Dave just watched casually with another friend at one point. But I think it'd be fun to show a couple people that one.
At some point I want to show the Live Screamers DVD to someone.
Yeah.
Not really a movie, but it's a music release on video. But yeah. We'll definitely do more movie episodes.
Yeah, that was just fun. A nice little distraction.
They'll tie into music in some way. Each one of them, I think.
Yeah, that would really only make the most sense, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not my podcast, but if it were,
yeah.
Oh no, let's do Star Trek 4.
Because of
the one
punk,
with the whales.
Yeah, because of the punk on the bus.
Aha!
that was also in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yes.
Doing with the same boombox.
Nice. At some point, I wanted the Alliterates to cover the "I Hate You" scene with the punk guy, which kind of looks like Dinger, your old bandmate.
Yeah, it kind of does. I don't know if that song is. Did they write a whole song for that, or is it just like a 20-second clip?
No.
Yeah, there's a whole song for it. I found it on YouTube once.
But I think that the actor playing that role, who was actually one of the movie producers, I think he wrote it.
Yeah, and they like quickly recorded it in like a hallway or something.
So, just saying, if we did want to do a podcast on the kids soundtrack and then the kids Laserdisc, it exists.
How much is it?
$99.
Oh,
Oof.
Yeah.
That's what this one is. I mean, $99 or best offer.
$10 plus maybe like $5 shipping is my limit.
$5.38 shipping.
Maybe just put in an offer for $10 and see what happens.
Yeah, if anybody has any suggestions for musical movies that we can review, we're open. And especially if I can find it on Laserdisc, because that would make it fit our format better.
One to keep in mind is Phantom of the Paradise by Brian De Palma.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar.
It is Brian De Palma, the guy who made Carrie. Weird pervert who likes split screen.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I can best describe him as a director. But he did a take on Phantom of the Opera where it's like Phantom of the Paradise, and it's about like space rock and disco. And it's good. It's the best Brian De Palma movie.
Ah, neat.
Curious here, because I don't actually like Carrie. It was just kind of meh. Don't like The Shining, but I do love Christine. And
That was John Carpenter.
that's right.
Oh, we could also totally do a John Carpenter movie since his scores are very good and done by him himself.
Yeah, didn't Clayton want to do one of his?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to invite him on for that. All right, that was Judgment Night.
Yes,
I don't know if I can recommend it to anyone who isn't a fan of like schlocky 90s action, but if you're a fan of schlocky 90s action, go for it. There's fun to be had in it.
If you find it on a random streaming service and you need something to put on in the background while you're folding your laundry or doing your dishes, this movie's perfect for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
one thing from my notes that I do want to put. The scene when Cuba Gooding Jr. got shot and like the box fell on his head.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yes.
And there's a funny scene shortly there afterwards where it was just like the night guy stocking the shelves in the store that they're having the gunfight in was walking in with just like his dinky little Sony Discman headphones, not noise canceling by any means.
Not earbuds.
Yeah, just like headphones, and he was like walking and singing while he's being shot at.
Yeah, and didn't notice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about as bad as like the whenever you see a movie like kids are watching MTV and then like a satellite explodes in space and their TV blows up.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some funny bits near the end too that are also definitely worth watching.
Oh, that's right. We're gonna do Wayne's World at some point since we did the soundtrack, and I have that on Laserdisc. Look forward to that in the future.
Yes.
All right. Well, Pete, you're retired, so you don't have anything to plug. You can check out me and Dave in a band called The Alliterates, and also in a noise project called Lucid Fugue. And you can also check out my solo single at killrockmusic.com.
Actually, I do have something to plug.
Oh, what's that?
I'm the new drummer for the Alliterates. Fuck you.
You're the original drummer for the Alliterates.
I'm back, baby.
Oh, I've been purged.
No, you can play bass 6. But anyway, yeah, catch you on the flip side.
Side 1, Side B with Dave and Steve is a Floof Goof Studios production. You can find us on Instagram at KillRockMusicSWS and Dave_Diction. You can find us on Bluesky at KillRockMusic and Beastmaster General. Check out our musical projects, The Alliterates and Lucid Fugue, on all major streaming platforms, and links to each at my website, killrockmusic.com. That's KILRAVOCK music.com. This also includes my past projects, Megaton and Valley of Shadows, and my current solo project, Kill Rock. You can also find Dave's past project, Gong Farmer, at GONGFERMOUR.bandcamp.com. Thanks.
Everyone we worked with is dead.
Really ripped.
Yeah.
I need to change my pants.
Check. Leonard Bernstein.
I hate it so much I skipped the whole Destroyer.
Allow me to play you out.
Dirty Dave just pooped his pants.
Yes, indeed. Perfect hooker murdering song.
Kick out the jail, motherfucker! Are you ready?
Oh, Steve's got some cheese.
Get my podcast voice ready to go.